A new chapter begins. Pizza Restaurant is ready to welcome its first customers. It's Cold Crust Pizza Restaurant officially opens its doors. This restaurant comes fully equipped with fresh environment, modern dining space, clean kitchen, hygienic preparation, completed stock and variety of menu. However, behind all this perfection, there is one major problem. The cashier machine is not functioning efficiently. So, we as staff need to find a solution quickly to avoid disrupting daily operations. Can Group A5 solve this problem? Let's hear them up.
We are A5 Group. To overcome this issue, the restaurant staff have decided to develop a new and more efficient billing system to ensure smooth operations and better service management using C++ program. So, for this mini project, our group has chosen the topic Billing Payment System. Now, let's talk about project problem. Cold Crust Pizza is a brand new restaurant that is facing a big problem with how they run their daily business. So, staff have to calculate bills manually, which will increase the risk of billing inaccurate, incorrect totals, and inaccurate item count. And taking orders manually slows down the whole service. It takes too much time to write everything down and process the customer's checkout. And the last project problem is the slow service and billing inaccuracies will directly damage customers' trust and brand loyalty. Next is the objective of the study. First, as a student, this project helps us to gain practical experience in creating a functional C++ program that solves real-world problems. The second one, to a restaurant, this project helps to automate billing and tax calculation so the staff do not have to compute them by hand. The third is to minimize mistakes when calculating bills and recording customers' orders. And the last one, the objective of the study is to speed up the ordering and checkout process for a faster, smoother customer experience.
The significance of our project, the billing system helps the restaurant handle customer orders and payments more quickly by calculating total bill, displaying order details, and generating a receipt for every purchase. We are also ensuring smooth and seamless live operation through an organized and efficient billing system and also providing error-free counter experience. The last one, we eliminate error manual calculation, hence the billing system process become more accurate for a better customer service.
Firstly, the implementation of the while loop. For the first while loop can be found in the main menu section. This loop keeps the Cold Crust Pizza system running continuously until the user decides to exit the program. It allows multiple customers use the system without restarting it. Then, the second while loop is used during the ordering process. This loop allows customer to add multiple items by asking for the item number and quantity until the customer enters 0, which indicates the ordering process is complete. Therefore, it provides a flexibility for customer to order as many items as they want before generating the receipt. Then, I would like to explain the for loop used in the system. The for loop is located inside the load menu function. This loop will process all menu files automatically. The loop will repeat 3 times. Without using a for loop, write a separate code for each file would make the program longer and less efficient. Therefore, the for loop helps automate the file loading process and reduce the code repetition.
Functions are used to perform specific tasks in the restaurant billing system. Their purpose is to divide the program into smaller sections, making it easier to manage and execute different operations. In this system, there are 7 functions. Firstly, first name function is used to replace underscore with space to improve the display of menu item names. Next, load menu function will load the menu item and price from external file into the array. Then, show menu function will display all the available items with their price to the user. When an order is being placed, get item function will retrieve the selected menu item name and price based on the item number entered. Once retrieved, the add function will add the selected item, quantity, and price into the customer order. After the selection is complete, receipt function then will calculate the total payment and display the final customer receipt. Finally, main server as the main function where the program execution began and control the overall program flow as well as control the user interaction.
Next, the input and output file implementation used in this program. The system uses 3 external text files to store menu information that containing menu item names and their prices, which is pizza file, topping file, and drink files. Instead of hardcoding in the source code, the program reads the data dynamically using the if string in the load menu function when the program starts. This approach makes the system easier to maintain because menu item and prices can be updated directly in the text file without modifying the source code.
Moving on to the array, they are used to store, organize, and display our menu data. Firstly, we use a two-dimensional array structure inside a for loop to print our full menu layout. The program displays our menu by column on the screen, grouping the items side by side. It organizes them into 3 clear categories using separate sections for pizza, topping, and drinks. Furthermore, two-dimensional array handle our conditional item retrieval. When a customer types in an item number, the program instantly figures out which category it belongs to based on its number range. Number 1 to 6 are recognized as pizza, 7 to 12 as topping, and 13 to 18 are drink. The code uses an index calculation to match that number to the exact item and price in our menu. If a user enters an incorrect number outside of 1 to 18, the program automatically clears out the item name and set the price to the -1, marking it as invalid choice. Next is one-dimensional array, which are used to store and process the active customer order transaction. The system goes through the list of order items one by one to check their name, quantity, and price. For each item currently sitting in the cart, the program will calculate a subtotal by multiplying the quantity by its unit price. These subtotals are then added up to calculate the grand total bill. Simultaneously, the program will track the overall total items sold by accumulating the quantity of every purchase.
Then, this program applies object-oriented programming using 2 classes, which is menu and order. The menu class manages menu information such as pizzas, toppings, and drinks. Meanwhile, the order class manages customer order details, including item name, quantity, and price. This makes the program more organized, readable, and easier to maintain.
This slide shows the condition statement used in our system. First, this code uses if-else statement to check the user menu choice. If the user enters 1, the ordering process begins. The system asks for the customer name and display the menu. The second condition is to check whether the entered item number is 0. If it is 0, it indicates that the ordering process is complete. Within the loop, an if-else statement validates the item number entered by the customer. If the item number is invalid, the system will display an invalid number message. Otherwise, the selected item is added to the order and an item added message is displayed. If the user enters number 2, the system will display a thank you message and the program will terminate. For any other input, the system will display an invalid choice message. This condition ensures that the program processes valid input correctly and handles invalid input appropriately.
For the first output, when our customer Alexa would like to order, enters menu 1 and insert the customer's name. Then start choosing favorite pizzas and beverages by enters the item numbers, followed by the quantity based on the code cross menu that appears. Once done with the orders, enters item number 0 that commands the system to print out receipt. This is how the receipt looks like based on the Alexa selected item numbers. It shows the details of the item with the quantity and amount. The system calculates total items, net total, and also total tab that has been charged for the whole item. And the grand total includes all the calculations shows at the end of the receipt. For our second customer, Bentley, that would like to take order, the system then asks him to select the item numbers following by the quantity based on the code cross menu that appears. If the user enters invalid item numbers, the program will display a clear error message and request the user to re-enter a valid value. This step is essential to ensure that only available item numbers are entered. After user enters item number 0, means it's done taking all the order, the receipt will print out. This is how the receipt looks like based on Bentley's selected item numbers. It shows the details of the item with the quantity and amount. Although he entered an invalid item number, the system ignored it and did not include it in the receipt. The system then generates the final calculation and displays the result at the end of the receipt.
So, this output shows when a customer enters choice number other than 1 or 2. Since the number is not available in the menu, so the system will display the message invalid menu choice. Okay, this output shows that when the customers enters choice number 2 and which is exist, the system will close and display a thank you message to the customer.